Bring your fur baby into Just for Canines and Kitty too.
You did. But that's the thing, though, is that's the part I don't understand, is that if it's doing that, it doesn't make sense why it would do that. And there it is. It don't make no sense, bro.
You're on mic.
Microphone, baby.
We will be on
it don't make
in
no
a second,
sense,
guys,
bro.
okay? Sorry about that.
It don't make no sense, bruh. Now you can kill it. We about to be on live, baby. You're watching Just Talking with Johnathan Lewis. This just in. Thanks for watching. What's going on? I know we're a little late, but thank you guys for watching the show. You know, I like to jump in here and just kind of start talking about stuff, but we kind of were having some technical issues. I guess I'm over here now.
Yeah, no, now you're over there.
I'm over here. It's nice to see you over there. What are you doing?
Better anyway.
Both my cameras just shut off. What is going on today? See, you guys, this is why we came on late. Don't worry, we'll be back up in just a sec. But you can listen to me for now. That's cool. And so anyway, so thank you guys for kind of watching. Thanks for listening. It's kind of more of a podcast now, I guess. Sort of. Unless you guys can still see some of the images. That's cool. Anyway, Mr. Dudley, man, is back there running Master Control. He's the one fixing all the stuff right now, making all the magic happen. How's your week been, Mr. Dudley?
Great.
Yeah? It's been a good week.
Yeah, I mean, for most people, but people on the highways, y'all need to be careful.
Why do you say that?
Driving, being tired.
Like them sleeping and driving?
Seeing a lot of
Like falling asleep? Yeah, especially with all the holiday driving and stuff, huh?
Yep.
Yep. You may want to do that one over here.
I'm trying to figure it out, but
Well,
turn it on.
we got a pretty interesting show, but not because necessarily there's something in particular that's going to happen, but because I've been trying to avoid all the impeachment stuff, you know what I mean? But we talked about it a little bit last time. But, you know, of course, that's continuously progressing. So everyone's talking about it, and it seems to be consuming all of the news, which I'm realizing now might be pretty deliberate. Might be pretty deliberate. How many people are keeping up with the Epstein thing?
Not as many now.
Not as many. I wonder why that might be. I better shut up. Sometimes I say things on this camera, and I get to forgetting that people might be watching. All 7 of you, 4 of you, Thanks. Thanks for that. If you are watching, thank you for watching because that's awesome of you. Oh, and if you didn't hit the subscribe button, do all that because I forget to say that stuff sometimes. And yeah, and that's just how that thing kind of works out sometimes. So yeah, that whole Epstein thing, man, that's pretty crazy. That everybody just kind of forgot about it. And honestly, I was trying to figure out something to talk about tonight, and that seems like that's kind of taking the cake because what people don't realize is that there's more coming into the news that they're not really sharing with you that much. Epstein's guard, who was supposed to check on him every 30 minutes, apparently wasn't checking on him every 30 minutes as he was instructed. His cellmate was moved out of his cell for some reason that nobody knows 2 days prior to his untimely death. And then and the video footage that's recorded directly in front of his cell has somehow come up missing.
Camera's broke, and that is not what it is.
Well, the thing I was watching was saying that they were talking about, you know, if the guards roll over and all this stuff, and it kind of brought up a couple of different points to me. One, it's crazy that this is really taking place in real life and nobody's really concerned about it, you know, beyond the idea of, you know, like it's a TV show, which I mean, yeah, we are, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like we really are because I think we give a TV show more dedication than what we're giving this Epstein thing, you know, so more power to those who are really fighting for finding out the truth behind that, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us just kind of put it by the wayside now. We're waiting for this impeachment thing to be over. And that's something we'll talk about after the break, the impeachment a little bit. Oh, thank you, sir. Look at that. Gifts, they arrive. I love it. It's awesome. What I don't have is an ashtray. And I'm sure you're wondering why my phone is in front of my face. It doesn't really need to be. It's pretty dead. Like if I was to start playing with it right now, I wouldn't really find much of anything. Which camera are we on? We must be on that one. Oh, hey there. Thanks for watching. I'm going to say that every time, probably every show. When I switch cameras, I'm going to be like, hey, how you doing? You know, I was talking with Mr. Dudley earlier, and I think I'm kind of debating with the idea, which because me and Mr. Dudley do a pretty good job at talking back and forth through the show and keeping conversation going. But I think it might be cool if we bring somebody else in, have them sit in the seat, and kind of talk with us too, because who knows, you know? I mean, the more people talking, the more shit there is to talk about, right? Yeah? Yep. Something like that. Like, where are you looking at? I don't know. I'm looking everywhere else. Somebody told me, I watched myself on the camera. And I remember telling somebody once that I thought I looked funny. I got a big jaw. Right? And so she says, people are probably like, what the hell is wrong with it? So she tells me, she says, stop, you know, saying things about yourself like that. She's like, I never noticed that you had a big jaw until you said it. And it's like, oh, yeah, I do.
Not in A, though. In A, you can't tell. In A, you can't really see a jaw.
You can't really, it depends on the angle. It's all about the angle. Perspective is everything. It really is, I promise. Perspective, but you know, well, let me correct this. There's a difference between true reality and perspective. I don't care what anybody says, because this is, when you come down to all of it and you really dig deep, I don't think anybody can deny the fact that our perception is what we consider reality, and then there's a reality that is constant. You know what I mean? That's beyond all control, you know? So I think about it, and I'm like, you know, I just had a straight high moment like that and went blank. What was I talking about? People are like, what the hell am I watching today?
Your perception.
I don't know. Oh, you know what? Perception. Yes, that's right. Perception and reality. That's right. The underlying constant reality. Okay, so perception, you know, is this, it's what we see things and believe things to be, but things can exist beyond our belief. We can think something is true, and it can surely not be true. You know what I mean? For all the things that we think we can use to prove it, a thing can be disproven that we believe to be true. That is perception. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that perception will only get us as far as our understanding of our perception can get us. And when you start to really kind of understand the underlying reality exists there, it starts to change the way that you perceive things, because now you kind of get more of your perception becomes more in tune and in line, I think, with the constant reality. And that's when you start to see, I think, great things happen in societies and things like that form and all that. Evolution, yeah. Evolution in general takes place. By the way, if you guys didn't see my little pin, I'm wearing my pin. I usually do have it on my jacket. If y'all don't have one, if you see Mayor Booker, tell him that you love law and he'll give you one. Sorry, I know there's random breaking in there with that. But I saw it on the camera and was like, oh, yeah, let me tell you guys about the pin.
I'm going to show you with that, bro. The video right there, the little clip you did, I'm showing you with it. Look for it on the next episode.
On the next episode, you'll watch it, I hope, right? Yeah? Hit the subscribe button. Matter of fact, while we're talking, I promise you we're going to be on until at least 8 o'clock. Real quick, copy the link to this, like share it, and go share it to your social media real fast so we got people watching, and they can be like, what the hell are we watching too? And then everybody can say, what the hell are we watching together? Which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, if you've been keeping up, our views are actually going up pretty good. I almost just ashed on the floor. Where was I raised at? What? How dare I? How dare I? How dare I? So, the Epstein thing, I will go back to that. I think it's crazy that, like, in real life, bro, oh, that's where I was going. See all that high talk tangent shit? I'm good for that. If you want to have random conversation all day and get nothing done, I can help you with that. I'm a professional. Do you want this, Mr. Dudley?
Oh, I'm not going to.
Here, catch. No, I'm just playing. That was a joke. That'd be dangerous.
Take his herder.
The past and the past. There you go. Yes. All right. I need a guest for the show next week. I need a guest. I don't know who to bring on. You know, there's so many people that I want to reach out to, and then I'm like, well, but I want to make sure that when I bring people onto the show, unless they just want to talk, you know, I'm cool with that. But because I'll just talk, and we know that I'll just yap about whatever, you know, and probably accomplish a lot of nothing in the conversation. But unless they just want to talk, it's difficult to bring people on because I want to talk to people who are doing things, so we can really kind of get them a little bit more exposure for it. You know what I mean? For whatever it is that they're working on. Because I really believe strongly in investing in the people around you, even if just to try to help them get the exposure that you're wanting to help get them that you can. Blabbing. Where was I at? Epstein. The reality, the constant. People are like, damn, this is the 4th time that he's come back to this. It gets that way sometimes. Short-term memory loss, I think that's that's one of the side effects. Yes. Anyway, Epstein. So I think it's crazy that this whole TV show-like scenario is really unfolding in real life, and nobody's doing much about it in terms of like outcry or outpouring, or, you know, for all the trafficking and all the different allegations and things that are taking place today. I just wonder why it is that something that's of this magnitude, because they said that he trafficked like or solicited or however he went about it, like hundreds of girls. Hundreds, bro.
There's more than hundreds, bro. There's.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just almost asinine to me, the idea that we can be so consumed by what the media shows us that we completely disregard the things that are more important. Don't get me wrong, the impeachment is important. It is. You know, anytime a president is in any kind of situation like this, it's important. But I think that the Epstein thing, obviously we all know it holds so much more weight in terms of its importance because of the fact that a lot of people who are involved in what it sounds like in politics are also involved with Epstein. So if that's the case, why do you think the media is putting so much attention on impeachment, impeachment, impeachment? Why do you think, if you ask my opinion, why do you think they would be dragging it out, the impeachment, when it's normally a rushed thing? They don't have anything else that they're going to be able to bring to the table, you know, as far as the whole thing. So it's either going to go through and he's going to get impeached and he's going to be removed, or it's not and it's going to get shot down by the Senate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the reason that I feel like they're dragging it out is so that they have more media time and media coverage, so that way they can drown out the media for all the stuff taking place with the Epstein thing. Yeah. Because the Epstein thing involves most of them.
Exactly. Hell is a smoke cloud.
I don't have any intent of ever killing myself. I want everybody to know that. Just in case. Just in case, if something happens and you motherfuckers don't do something about the shit, bruh, just know that I'm going to be looking down or up or wherever, sideways, wherever I'm at, I'm going to be looking at you and be like, it wasn't worth it.
I told you.
Or was it? I don't know. I think that that's a whole conversation for another show. Speaking of other shows, Realness of Relationships, I believe, starts next week. Yeah, with Mr. Chris, and I call everybody Mr. by their first name, like, you know what I'm saying? And I do that because my kids, you know, I teach them to call people Mr. and Mrs. or Miss or whatever, and so I just call people by the first name. So Mr. Dudley is Mr. Dudley, Mr. Chris is Mr. Chris, and you know, except I'm Mr. Lewis, I'm not Mr. Johnathan. Well, I guess to some people, maybe, I don't know. Where was I going? Wait a minute. Let's see what the time is real quick.
What day? You want to go to break? Or what day did you pick out? Let's finish that.
What?
Day did you pick out?
Oh, it's Wednesday. It's going to be on Wednesdays at actually, and it's not going to be in the afternoon like we were initially thinking. Yep. Well, no, I think we're actually thinking about maybe 5, something like that, 5 or 6 even, and they're making it about the same time frame that our show's on, and I believe the network is doing that because of scheduling things and all that. So I believe that's where that's going. But I think that's going to be good, man. And honestly, relationships they're essential to everyone's well-being and growth. And, oh, Mr. Chris has just shown up. I don't know if he's going to get on camera or not. He's probably not, but the shot's not set for it anyway, so he's going to watch from the sides today. But he's joining us, so if you guys want to say hello, feel free to drop a line down in the comments. We'll talk with you. And maybe he'll even answer some questions or something. But we were just talking about the realness of relationships, so it's cool that he walks in.
Lewis said smile.
Say what?
Thomas Lewis said smile. Yeah. Nice.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
You want to go to break?
Oh, yeah, what time is it?
Break time.
It is break time. It's kind of break time, but we're going to go ahead and toss it to break. So if you are watching, make sure that in the break, it's only about a minute or so long. Make sure that you're copying this link, sharing it to people, hit the like and subscribe, or the subscribe button, hit the bell, and hit a thumbs up, man. Why not? Don't be a hater. You know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying? We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Bring your fur baby into Just for Canines and Kitty too. We have all of the best items for your cat, dog, pup, or kitten in stock. From pet beds to toys, we have everything you can think of. We carry the best selection of pet hygiene products and a huge selection of cat and dog foods. Spoil your pet by letting us give them the full treatment from massage to complete bath and grooming. We also offer our mobile grooming services. Be sure to stop in today or give us a call. Just for Canines and Kitty too, your pet's favorite place to go.
Your small business is ready for the next level of marketing. Having the right tools in hand can help catapult your business into the place it deserves to be. From custom commercials that are ready for broadcast to the professional voiceover that you need for your business phone recording or radio commercial, we build it all in-house. Sign up with us today and see how all of our plans offer exactly the tools that you need. And more importantly, they don't break the budget you set for marketing. Call and visit us online at lookandlawton.com today. Let's get your business to the next level. lookandlawton.com.
And I got a mic. What's up? Thanks for watching. I hope that you shared that during the break. It really wasn't that long ago, so you can't say you forgot or something like that. I'm going to straight up hold that against you. I'm like, man, what kind of mess is that you forgot? What? Pass that blunt. I'm trying to smoke that one. Anyway, if you are watching, cool. Thanks. We were talking before the break about which one of those, like, lots of things that I was rambling about. What was? Oh, I was talking about Epstein. Oh, realness of relationships. That was the last thing it was on. I'm excited for that to start. It's supposed to be starting, I believe, next Wednesday. And I believe that we're making it at 6 p.m. If I'm not mistaken. That's the time it'll start airing. So you guys make sure if you're not in the group yet that you go get in the group in Realness of Relationships. And it's about all relationships. And you know, if you are afraid to divulge parts of yourself, it don't mean you got to give all your secrets or nothing like that. It's not what it's about. But it's about being real about things and really looking into yourself and your own accountability in regards to the relationships you're a part of. And then also how those relationships impact you. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's a real show. So make sure that you guys jump in that. I think it'll be interesting. In fact, I know it'll be interesting because when a relationship's not interesting. You ever hear about some crazy ass shit happening in a relationship? And you just be like, why are you involved in that? What's wrong with you? I try to stay away from shit like that. I know a few people that have been in some crazy shit. I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna say no names. Oh, man. You know, I was looking at this camera earlier when we were on break. And I'm looking at this preview monitor down here, and I was reaching in to turn my mic on. Sorry if I'm making all this noise. And then I saw my hand like that, and I was like, it made me wonder, why the hell in those old-ass paintings did all the people have their hand like this? You know what I'm saying? What's the point in that shit? I didn't get it. Well, you think it's cold? What about your other hand? I didn't get it, bro. I never got it. So the impeachment, bro. No, you know what? I want to talk about something that happened local. We were talking about this earlier. What's going on in our city right now? What is going on in Lawton? Did you guys, man, okay, so the other day there's a standoff. This morning 2 people are found dead in front of the store, Family Dollar over there on Lee. What's going on? What is going on? I don't even know what to say. I'm like speechless about it. You know, it's just disappointing because our city is like not even big enough that we should be having all these killings that have happened, man. A lot of people have been killed this year, man, in our city. And I think we're better than that, man. We are. And, you know, street codes and all that, you know, I guess teach their own. Can't really say much about it because there's not much that's going to change, really, even if you do. You know, it's not until people are directly impacted by certain ideology or the opposition of the ideology they accept that they, you know, it's not until they clash with something that they start to accept something is not the right thing. But to each their own on that one. I just hope everybody starts changing things and that things start to look up. For our city as a whole, 2020 should be a great year. I feel the energy is already there, and there's nothing that's going to stop everyone from having a great year. I promise you that. Watch. It's going to be the year that our city does something huge. Many things will come, I can already tell you. But one of the biggest things that's going to happen is that we're not going to have as much violence as we did this year because too many people are really tired of it already. And I think we're going to start seeing a changing of people's mindsets. That's my thoughts anyway. So the whole impeachment thing, I'm kind of at a loss with the impeachment thing because part of me is like, oh, you know, it's a process. We all know that it's a process. It's got to take its place. It's got to go through what it's got to go through. But then I see other people like, and their reactions, their responses, they're not understanding the process. A lot of people just don't understand politics. And somebody made a very good point on Facebook by stating that they said something like to the effect of a lot of people don't understand politics or history, something like that, because their history and government teachers are PE coaches. And I mean, that's a valid point, man. Yeah. That's a very valid point. Why? And it's almost always that a PE coaches, and I'm not saying anything bad about PE coaches, and I'm not saying that you're not educated and have your degrees, but what I am saying is that even my own experience in some of the history classes I had, the PE coaches that were the teachers, they didn't really teach us anything about history. They didn't teach us anything about politics. They gave us the bare minimum, whatever it was that the chapter might have said, and then we moved on. I can understand that, which, by the way, if you guys need to access law for our area, you can go to lookinlawton.com/law, and you can find our municipal code there, a link to it. And you can also find a copy of the Constitution there, too, so you can study and understand that that is law. And if you know that, you're not wrong when you know it. People will argue with you and say, no. if you know the Constitution, you know the law of the land. Right, Mr. Dudley?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's
Yeah. So I hope everybody takes time to go educate themselves to that later, or at least utilize it when you need it. lookinlawton.com/law. It's really that easy. That simple to get there. But the impeachment, man, you know, the third president, he's the third president ever to be impeached. And everybody started flipping their lid. Everybody thought, oh, he's gone, he's out. You know, it's just crazy to me because I'm truly curious. I wonder, because I see so many people who are like, get him out of there, get him out of there. But like, I don't really ever see anything that directly impacts most of us that would make people really be prompted to be so eager to get him out. Oh, get him out of there. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I see the shit that he does. I see the shit that he says. But at the same time, my everyday life is really not impacted by this guy like this. Now, he's broken the law. He needs to be out. I get that. But the excitement level when people found out, oh, he's been impeached. Oh, yes. Everybody was ready to throw parties and shit. And not even realizing there's still more to the process. But at the same time, like, there was this eagerness that was just, I don't know. It just seems like that eagerness was really slapped in the face when people realized there's more to the process. But the eagerness was just a little bit excessive almost. But that's my opinion, and that really would take a lot more to break it down. But maybe I've got time. Yeah, maybe I do. Let's see. Where to begin? When somebody breaks the law, they should face the consequences. Yes. Do I need Donald Trump out tomorrow, or am I going to be upset about the fact that he's not out tomorrow and there's more to the process? No. No, I'm not upset about that. It's process. A lot of people were really pissed off about him not, like, being out of the presidency. They wanted him back at his regular house today. They were like, oh, it's signed? Ha! Get out today. You've been evicted. They didn't even give him 30 days notice. You see that shit? Yeah. Just wanted him out. And don't get me wrong, man. I don't really want to be president either. I mean, I personally don't grasp what people are saying he's done for everybody. They're like, you know what? You know, because I asked a question the other day on Facebook, and I said, you know, for all the Trump's done so much for us, you know, all that talk. I'm like, well, what has he done? And some people are like, you know, the unemployment rate's changed, stocks are up. They're saying, well, one of my friends actually said his 401k is up more in 3 years than it had been in like 30 years before that or something like that, to that effect. But I don't know what part of what policies has he put in place that have impacted us. You know what I mean? Both negatively and positively, because I don't really understand what things he's done. I hear a bunch of back and forth and see it on Facebook all the time. Oh, he's done so much. He did this and he did that. And I'm just like, but what's he really done? You know? How many of us are really making more money, or how many of us are meeting our ends easier because of something he's done? How many of us are seeing new technologies come about in our neighborhoods being implemented versus seeing more cell phone towers or something? You know, what is our government actually doing for us that is moving us to the future and not keeping us in the same spot, thinking that we're getting something because, oh, we'll give you some money. It's like, shut up money. It's like, shut up, stop bothering me money. Dad, can I have a few bucks to go to the mall? Yeah, here, take that. Get out of my face. I got things to do, like take over the world. I don't know. This is just thought. I don't know. But I look at it and I'm just like, I don't really understand the way that we view half of it. So the impeachment, man, I'm like, all right, let's just move it forward. I feel like I understand why they're not moving it forward. Like I said earlier about the whole Epstein thing, but nonetheless, let's get that part moved forward so we can get at least one of these messed up deals out of the way, so we can focus on one of the other ones. Something, I don't know. Just it's just so much bullshit, bro. Like, it's kind of hard to really look at things and say, well, I want to be involved in, because what part do you play to fix things or to change things? You know, go vote. Hey, go vote. Yeah, we got to vote. I think that works on a local level for real. And the best way to change things in the bigger scheme of things is to impact your local level. You impact your local level, then that's going to basically, in essence, kind of supersede everything because that's directly impacting your life today. And if you change your life today and everybody else's life around you today for something better, then it's forcing the rest of things around you to change because they start saying, well, look at that. They put this thing in place and it made that happen. We should try that. But if we don't do something better, we won't keep up with them. Cities are in competition with one another. Look, this impeachment thing took a whole different direction. It did. But the truth is that cities really are in competition with each other. We're in competition with each other on a number of different aspects, a number of different grounds, because we compete with each other, you know, to have more business, to draw in more people, more tourists, you know what I'm saying, more businesses in general, increase our population, more revenue, da-da-da-da. So we're competing with people. I mean, there's literally places that when it gets hot as hell in the summer that they buy water from other cities. That's business. You know what I mean? Well, cities are essentially a business. So if our business is failing, hello, what do we say about the employees and leadership and all that? But if the leadership is trying to make a change and the employees don't follow the new procedures, well, there you go. But I guess we're not really employees. We'll have to realize that. Or are we? That's some Illuminati shit. You see that? They got the whole world programmed. We really are employees. Our Social Security number is our employee number. In case you didn't know, you can clock in and clock out. Have you heard about that shit? This is random.
No, I haven't heard it. Tell me.
You haven't heard about it?
No.
Have you heard about the?
Do we need to talk about this on another channel?
Maybe.
Do we need to, like,
Just talking conspiracies with Johnathan Lewis.
The Black Ops real quick? No video and just talk about it and then come back on video?
So to talk about it with no faces,
Yeah.
just audio.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really understand how that's gonna change anything.
All right, now
Except
we talk about it. They can't see you talk about it, so they can't say you said it.
so you can't. So what you don't see didn't happen.
Exactly.
That's not really how that shit works because a lot of shit happens we don't see.
True.
But it wasn't us. No witnesses. If my brother's watching, my brother used to mess with us a lot. He used to talk about no witnesses, and he would just come out of nowhere with a big-ass kitchen spoon, bro, and start whooping our asses with it. It didn't make any damn sense. It didn't make no sense. Yep, I just threw you under the bus, TJ, if you're watching. Everybody be like, damn, bro, you did your brother like that? He did. Don't fuck with me now. I'm not afraid of no spoons. The big spoon, the one you mix the Kool-Aid with. Woo! I tell you. What was I talking about? See, this is why we need a guest, because the guest will give us some shit to talk about. What time is it? Actually, I think I might even yap past the break. I sure did. Don't go anywhere. I don't know which camera I'm looking at, so I'm pointing at them both. Hopefully it looks cool to one of them. Don't go anywhere. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell and then hit the share thing and do all that stuff again because, you know, don't be a hater. Baby, show some love. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You have a list of things to get finished, and life isn't slowing down anytime soon. This, that, and the other is prepared and experienced to get you to having things
Joe
done.
Powell with Solutions Auto Group right here at the new location in Duncan, Oklahoma. I was fortunate enough to hire Thomas Lewis and his staff. They're TT&T. I hired them for 3 or 4 weeks. They did a lot of renovation work here at the new location. They did a lot of cleaning. They did a lot of painting. They showed up on time every day, and they went to work. Could not have been any more pleased.
Call This, That, and the Other, renovation, small construction, and more today. We cover all of the details. Wax, wash, and shine, your vehicle is guaranteed to come out shiny. Let us pay attention to the detail. We're here to vacuum wash and deodorize your vehicle on a professional level. Don't leave it to the other guys to miss things. We see them all. Do you have a fleet of vehicles? We're equipped to take on all the vehicles your business has too. Keep your business vehicles looking the best they can. Stop by today and schedule with us or message us on Facebook. Full Throttle Detail, located at 1601 Northwest Sheridan Road in Lawton. I don't know which one we're on. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. No sponsorships. Actually, you did just see sponsorships. They were just on right before this, and you should absolutely go over there and shop with them. Promise. It's worth it. And shop local. Why wouldn't you want to support local anyway? Come on now. I mean, you know, if you're not from here, then come be a tourist and buy from people from here. That's how that works. I wish my sister was here right now. For some reason, I just felt like yapping my trap with her. She'd be a great co-host, but, you know, we're siblings. We clash a little bit, you know, and, yeah. But I love my sister. She's awesome. Yeah. We're on this one, huh? Yeah. What was I talking about? I forgot. I was talking impeachment. I was talking about, oh man, you know, see, this is when the time is for the next show blend, but we don't have it yet. It's not there. But that's okay. You know, I can't really think of much to talk about, man, because, you know, aside from that Epstein thing, it's kind of like everything's been impeachment. Everything. Everybody's posts are about impeachment. All of the sponsored ads scrolling past my damn newsfeed on Facebook are impeachment. Oh, you know what? I do need to tell you guys, we're going to be changing our Facebook or our YouTube channel that we air the show on, probably starting next week to the Just Talkin channel. We got a channel just for the show now. That way we can really build that fan base and grow it in the way it needs to be done, and pull it not off of the mother network, but off of that, so it's got its own focus. Yeah, so make sure that y'all pay attention for that, and I'll send everybody the links. Somebody send me a question or something so I can talk to you about whatever the hell you want to talk about, because I'm just talking and it's never important. Actually, that's not true. It is important. You know, speaking of important, we're working on this project with the city of Lawton to put together a series of videos that will help promote Propel Lawton. So if you haven't heard of Propel Lawton, what that is it's a kind of like a movement. It's not really a program as much as it's like a movement for people, for the Lawtonian community to come together to vote on the passing for the CIP coming up in February. And the reason that it's important, I kind of gave brief mention to it before, but I don't think I went too much into detail. And the mayor was here, and he talked about it as well on the show. So the CIP, the reason we're voting on it is because basically we're taking this, giving this extension to it, and we're taking that money that was a tax that we were paying already, that would be dropping off, and we're taking that money, instead of it dropping off, we're taking what we're already paying, and we're going to start allocating it to something like an innovation park, I believe is what they're calling it, or something like that, industrial park or something. Anyway, basically what the whole plan is to bring in new industry, future tech industries into here, so that way there's a more forward direction for the city. So we see things start taking place and change. And also there's a number of different other things that are involved, like that money will be allocated towards road repairs that we definitely need. And you know, we see some of that stuff already happening, but this will go towards a future plan, so that way those things are like better prepared for. Because like right now, the issue I think that we're seeing with a lot of like the plumbing lines is that they're old cement lines, and then, you know, with time they wear down, they crack, and they crumble, they break, and then they cause the roads to break. So people complain about the roads, not realizing it's the waterways underneath that are really needing the work, as well as the roads. So that some of that money is going to that. Then they're talking about beautifying projects, which, you know, that's kind of something that all cities do, but they have, I think, some particular things that they're trying to implement a plan towards to really change the look of the city versus just adding flowers and stuff, I think. But, you know, don't hold me to that, because I'm not a part of all that planning. If it was me, I'd be like, we need to get this shit on Jetsons level at least, bro. That's 1960s future, isn't it? Feels like it is anyway. That's about right? What's that generation? 60s, yeah, sounds about right to me. But we're not even there yet. I mean, there were, and we ain't even doing that, bro. We're just still like, people are like, why is he on this show making sound effects? Oh, let me put that down. No sponsorships. You saw the sponsors. Some sponsorships. People are probably like, he really dug down? Yes, I really dug down. They don't pay me nothing. They can if they want to, though. I'm always open to that. Mr. Dudley, what about you? You open to that?
Yeah, I'm up for getting paid. Got 5 minutes left, too, if you want to.
Oh, we only got 5 minutes?
Send that in there.
Okay.
You got 5 minutes to do it.
So, check this out. If you want to donate some money, go ahead and hit that donate button, baby. People are probably like, this guy is something else, bro. Why am I watching this show? I don't know, but I'm glad you are. Oh, yeah, we do everything. Y'all didn't even know. Okay, so we do voiceovers. We do audio recording, mastering. People are like, you plugging your show? You plugging your deal? Yes, man, because we just talking. And why not, man? It's what we do. So I'm going to plug it. JPL Productions, bro, we be doing everything. B52 Productions does all the stuff we don't do. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of got it all covered. So holla at us. Let us know what it is. You said how much time do we have? Let me see what my dead phone is saying. 7:55. You know, I kind of feel like I want to talk about, I posted on Facebook that I wasn't going to do the poly thing. That was, you know, and I had reasoned with myself why I shouldn't. And I know that's random. Like, where the hell is that coming from? You've been talking about impeachment, and you've been talking about, you know, taxes and whatever stuff. I just want to give this a brief mention, though. It's important to always learn yourself before anyone else. And sometimes that can cause people's feelings to become hurt, but you have to be true to yourself. And you should never take steps forward on something that you're not sure if you're prepared for, even if you've logically reasoned with it, but yet your feelings and your reason don't meet. Because it can create, you know, issues for people, and make people's feelings be messed up. You know what I mean? The things that we do, everything that we do, it makes a difference to somebody. And you know, I just want to say that because, you know, that's a realness of relationships talk. But that's definitely something that I wanted to say because of some things that have taken place with me this week, in terms of dealing with some people or, you know, somebody in particular. But I don't want to give any names or mentions to too much of that. But it's important. It's really important to accept the things about yourself that you are. You know what I mean? And that make you. And if they don't line up with somebody else, then you have to decide what you're willing to, as Daniel put it when we talked about his sacrifice. Because it can take life in two different directions completely. What time we got? How many minutes we got left? 3 minutes. 3 minutes left. So I'm going to try to stretch this out. Hit the like and subscribe button. And follow us on Facebook, baby. Facebook.com/JPL Productions LLC. Don't forget lookinglawton.com. Don't forget Just Talkin will have a new channel next week. So be sure that you're checking because we're going to be putting that link out so that people can get that new link and get the new subscribe to that. So that way you can watch that show, this show. Because we got a lot of different productions coming out. Our network is growing and it's expanding, and a lot of awesome things are happening with JPL Productions, and a lot of even bigger things are coming. We got a movie that we're working on. That's going to start moving pretty big steps forward in 2020, and all kinds of different things. So make sure that you guys are keeping up with us. Subscribe to how you get to your B52 page. Subscribe to somebody's B52 page, damn it. Shit, give somebody the damn thing. Hey, A for effort, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know, it is what it is. But thank you guys, though, for watching. Make sure you hit that like and share button. We had a few technical issues, but it don't matter because we still get through this thing like a hot knife through butter. Did I say that right? I feel like I really suck at, like, some of these jokes and things, you know? I've come into the era of dad jokes, and like all of them, they're really. And as my kids are getting older, I'm realizing that I'm really not that cool. In case you didn't know, I don't even know which one I'm on. So there you go. How you doing? Oh, what time is it? Am I yapping past the time? Oh, my boss is going to fire me if I do this too much. Thanks for watching Just Talking. Make sure you watch next week. I'll have a guest.
All right. See?
Are we out? Play my tape.